Hey guys, it's Samara Iman here, host of The Chat, and today I'm here with
Teriq Magic Mallory.
I hope you enjoy the episode. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to The Chat. As always, I'm your host, Samara Iman, and as a friendly reminder, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. So today we are going to keep the ball rolling with our future college athletes. We actually are joined by someone who played against our last guest, Ethan Long, this past season, and he'll see him again next season. Teriq Mallory is a class of 2025 junior at Cheshire Academy, where we are today, a 3-star wide receiver, and someone with a very bright future. Teriq, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So, you have 8 Division I offers right now.
Yes.
And I'm sure you'll probably have some more coming. You have a big decision to make in the future. But, you know, everyone's journey starts somewhere. So I want to go all the way back. Well, not all the way back because you're still young. But I want to go back to when you first started playing football. So you said you were 5, right?
Yes.
So take us back to when you first, had a football in your hand.
Really, I have 4 siblings, 2 girls, 2 boys. The 2 boys grew up playing football, so I just had to play football.
Yeah.
It was like grown on to me.
You're kind of thrown into it.
Yeah, I was just thrown into it.
Okay.
It was good, but it was ups and downs a lot.
Mm. And your brother, Terron, who plays at Norfolk State right now.
Yes.
Are you able to kind of catch him at all during the season? I know, obviously, you have your own season going on, but what's that like communicating with him? And I'm sure, like you said, he had a big influence on your football career.
Honestly, we text a lot because we can't really see each other in person. We both play on Saturdays, so... But during my bye week, if I have a chance, I go see him. He's just someone I look up to. I want to be better to him, so it's just I just look up to him.
I'm sure you hold that over his head.
That's what motivates me, honestly.
Oh, to be better than your brother? Nothing else motivates you?
It's just to be better to him. You say you went All-American. I just want to do what he did.
Okay. And you have another brother. Does he play football at all?
No, he doesn't play football anymore.
Okay. So he's older?
Yes, he's older.
Okay. And what's some advice your brother's given to you in this journey so far?
Stay patient, hard work, and just keep working. That's it. It's just really working and be patient.
And I think the most important question is, so you're a wide receiver.
Yes.
Your brother's a DB, right?
Yes.
So, one-on-one, who's going to win?
Me.
You?
Me.
Okay.
100%. 100%.
And I know we talked about it, but your brother had 3 interceptions in one game this past season, set a Norfolk State record. So I guess that puts some weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but I love pressure.
So you're from New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes.
You went to Hill House. You went to West Haven, and now you're at Cheshire Academy.
Yes.
So what went into that decision to transfer from West Haven to Cheshire Academy? Because, I mean, Cheshire Academy has had many talented athletes come through these halls. So what went into this decision?
A recruitment standpoint, I had to reclass for another year of high school. My freshman year was COVID year, kind of took a toll on me mentally.
That took a toll on everybody.
Yeah, so I just had to get one more extra year of high school, and Cheshire Academy was just like home. I talked to my coach Mella. He really mentored me and helped me with this decision.
I have to ask, were there any other schools that you were considering at all? Because I mean, Connecticut has a lot of prep schools like Brunswick, Avon Old Farms. So were you considering any other schools?
Yeah, I was considering Deerfield. It's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
That game was very personal for me. Brunswick and Avon Old Farms were like other schools I was very interested in. I talked with.
Okay, so what was it? Your coach who kind of drew you to Cheshire Academy?
It was really the locker room, the coach too, but like everybody loves everybody. It's just it's like family. Like nobody walks around by themselves. It's just a great vibe and a great community.
And I'm glad you said that. You touched on the locker room a little bit. So this past season, so this past season was your first season at Cheshire Academy.
Yes.
And I'm sure it didn't hurt that you were catching passes from Dante Reno, who your quarterback, and who's committed to play at South Carolina.
Yes.
So what's that been like playing with other guys who have the same, motivations and ambitions as you to play not only college football, but to play at, the highest level?
Honestly, you just have to be a competitor. Like, everybody feel like they're a dog, so you just have to go out there and compete. But at the same time, it's your brother you're going against, so you got to pick them up. And it's just really a brotherhood there. I looked up to them guys like they were my brothers, so it's just cool.
And Dante's a senior, right?
Yes, he's at South Carolina right now, though.
Okay,
He early enrolled, yes.
Okay. So you're in this process. Has he given you, any advice? Because obviously he's fully immersed in the college life now. Has he given you any advice as you make your decision?
Yeah, of course. He told me to go where I'm wanted. He's always like, he's a brother. So I got off the phone with him earlier today about going to his house. I was supposed to go to his house this weekend, but he's really just like.
So you're very close.
Yeah, very close.
Okay. So last season, Cheshire Academy went 7-2, and you brought home a chip. How did that feel?
It felt great. The championship felt great, but I ain't like those 2 losses, so we're gonna clean that up next year.
Okay. So you mentioned next year. I'm sure the team has goals to go back to back. And you went all conference second team this past season, right? Yes. So, personally, but also as a team, what are your goals for next season? Because I mean, you mentioned those 2 losses, but it really doesn't get better than winning a championship. I guess the only thing better is winning a second championship. So
I feel like that's the bar. Anything less would be not good. We gotta win a championship. We gotta go back to back.
Okay. And then how about personally?
Me personally, I don't care about all conference and stuff. My senior year, I want to find a home, like a college home, just do good in school, classes, and win another championship.
Well, that sounds, that is very mature of you to say, because, some athletes, care about those personal accolades, but it seems like you are, you're a team player. You care about the team. You care about the locker room. So that is a good characteristic for any of you coaches out there. So you're a 3-star recruit.
Yes.
Like we said, you came from Hill House to West Haven. Now you're at Cheshire Academy. What's it taken along the way to, get those 3 stars and to, really be named as one of the best, wide receivers in the country, but, most importantly in New England, on the Northeast, on the East Coast. What's it take to get to this point?
Once again, just a lot of hard work and being patient. Honestly, I struggle with patience because I always felt like growing up, I was always one of those top guys in the state. So like growing up, when I was watching other kids get offers, I was never the hating type, but it was just like, I just felt like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
So that just, me and my brother are very close. I talked to him about it. He just told me, be patient, keep working hard. And that's just how I got me here.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like I grew up an athlete as well. I played soccer and basketball, so I definitely know, when you know that you're a better athlete than maybe some other people out there who are getting those accolades, it can be disappointing, and it's hard to. I feel like as an athlete, it's hard to be patient because you put in those long hours, weight room, conditioning, those things that really matter behind the scenes. So obviously, everyone likes to get recognized, in front of everybody. But so going back to kind of talking about the team a little bit, who's someone on the team who you think you've grown closer to this past season, or who's really been your right hand man this season besides Dante? I know that was a guy, your go-to guy.
I would have to say
give someone a shout out here.
Luke Reynolds or Christopher Ortiz.
Okay.
These are my receiver guys, so we just
you got to keep it within the receiver room.
Not really, but it just we just hang around each other all the time. Luke's not here anymore, so we talk on the phone, but me and Seal are
Where's
always
Luke at
together.
now?
He's at Penn State.
Okay. So And I know you recently visited Penn State for Junior Day. Did you see him while you were there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure that was nice. So I know recently or last year you had the opportunity to compete for the Raw Miami 7v7.
Yes.
Talk to me about that a little bit. I'm not too familiar with that program, but talk to me a little bit about that experience for you.
I got you. So Raw Miami is a overtime circuit team, so it's like OT7. One of my friends I grew up with is Ellis Robinson. He was like previously the #1 corner and the #1 player in the class of 2024. He goes to Georgia now.
Okay.
But he's seen like talent in Connecticut. He knows we go under the ground. So he kind of put me on with Raw, and I just went down there and just showcased my skill, and they loved me. So they just let me on the team.
So is that showcase? So it's a showcase.
Yes.
Okay. So are there college coaches there, or is it mostly just to show your skills?
Yeah, it was no college coaches there. It was just to show your skills to get on the team. But then the teams, we just travel everywhere, honestly. In a couple of weeks, we go to New Orleans, and we take a visit to LSU. So it's just it's a great opportunity.
So you're getting the perks of Raw Miami.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. And so what are some of the so I'm assuming that a lot of the other players are top players in the country as well. Yeah. What are some things that you may have learned from other players, I guess not who you're competing against, but what's something that you saw in maybe another player or someone else's skill set, from this showcase that you were like, okay, like I should get better with this, or I can improve on this?
Going down to Florida, they're all fast. Like that's just the difference between, I feel like, Florida and Connecticut. They're all fast down there. So going down there told me that.
Oh, so you're saying Connecticut's slow?
No, but it's not Florida speed fast. Florida speed's different.
Yeah.
But it
that
just taught me.
Teriq Hill speed.
Yeah, that's it. It just told me when I went down there, I gotta get faster. They work a lot of technique. I'm gonna shout him out. And Nation Montgomery. I love his like footwork and how he gets off. Cortell Mills. I love all that.
Are they juniors too, or?
Yeah, they're juniors too.
Okay. I'm sure they're getting recruited by the top schools too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so you said so you're going to New Orleans again. So is that something you have to like? Is that something you have to like try out for, or are you like invited to play for the 7v7 program? Like how does that work?
Most kids get invited, but everybody, like, even if you're on a team or not on a team, everybody goes to the showcase just to work out, lace up the cleats, and just go at each other, honestly.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about your offers a little bit. So to date, and I know you just received another offer, what was it, yesterday or a few days ago?
It was yesterday.
So to date, Teriq has 8 Division I offers. So I'll read them out. Maryland, UConn, UMass Amherst, West Virginia, Temple, Duke, Wake Forest, and Buffalo. So as you receive, more and more offers, I'm sure this decision gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm sure there's more offers on the way. But what's this process been like for you? From the first offer to the 8th offer, what's it been like?
Honestly, I thought getting my first offer was gonna take stress off my shoulders, because like I'm finally becoming who I have to be, but I have something to prove now. So it's like I gotta keep working hard. Whether I got 100 offers or 0, I just gotta continue to work hard, because I didn't really do anything yet.
And what was your very first offer? Was it Maryland?
Yes.
Okay. So when you got that first offer, were you surprised? Did you know it was coming? So how'd it go?
I had no clue.
No idea?
I got back from a 7-0. Shout out CT Prime. I got from a 7-on-7 tournament in DC.
Okay.
And my 7-on-7 coach was like talking to him, but it wasn't nothing serious. So we got on the phone. It was like a 10-minute call. We got on the phone. He offered me. I was so excited. What
was the first thing you did after you got that first offer?
I ran to my dad.
Okay.
I ran to my dad, started yelling. It was just excitement, and I had tears of joy, honestly.
Oh, okay. No, that's very humbling and very cool. And I'm sure your brother at Norfolk State at the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was probably
going
ecstatic.
crazy. Yeah.
And so I know your coach is here with us today, but what's your how has this process been like in terms of you're working with your coaching staff and kind of just communicating with different coaches?
Coaching staff as in here or in college?
Here.
They help a lot. Coach Miller helps me a lot. Like we just had a meeting the other day about what school I'm trying to pick. He's helping me a lot with recruiting. It's just a lot to take in, honestly. And as a kid that's like from New Haven, it's not really common for a kid like that, but he's helping me a lot.
Okay, and what do your parents think? I'm sure they have a lot to say, you know, with this decision. Is it more of like, you know, go where it feels right, or are you guys kind of weighing your pros and cons of schools?
It's 100% pros and cons. My dad is a big academic guy.
Okay,
so
that's good. That's good. Academics comes first, and I'm sure the coaches love to hear that too.
My dad is my parents are the academic side of things, so like they keep me balanced, because when I think about college, I think about a good education, but I want to go somewhere I'm going to play. So that's also one thing.
But remember, you can't be on the field if your grades aren't good. So keep that in mind.
You're right.
And so what did your brother think about this? You know, what did he think from the first offer to the 8th offer? You know, more and more schools that offer you. What is his thoughts?
His exact words to me, I got from him yesterday about this. His exact words to me was, "I want you to do everything I didn't." That motivated me right there.
Or is that
that's
bad?
good. Because he always like believed in me that I was a big time kid. Like he's very grateful, but he went FCS Division I, still great All-American. It's like he just wants me to be better than him. He just wants me to do better. So that's just all I can ever ask for. He's a great brother.
And no hate to him and no hate to Norfolk State, but you have some serious schools looking at you, you know, like Maryland, Duke, Wake Forest, you know, all the schools you've gotten offers from. Those are, you know, top talent goes there. So, I mean, nobody takes those offers lightly. So congratulations.
Thank you.
On that. So I'm sure you've been through many visits at this point. You have 8 offers. So what's it like going into these visits, and kind of what's your mindset, you know, going in, and what are kind of your expectations, or what's something that you're going in there and you're like, I want to talk to the coach about this?
When I go in, I probably talk about how do I fit in their offensive scheme. Do they have my major? Of course.
Oh, what's that gonna be?
What's campus like? What's campus life like? And really how they're willing to use me, and how one thing people don't really look at is their strength and conditioning coach.
Okay.
That's one thing I take big.
Okay, so that's something that you really focus on.
Yeah, because they're taking care of your body. So
exactly.
I want to know who I'm in good. Am I in good hands? Like I just want to make sure I am.
Okay, I like it. You're really focused on. I think those are you know, the right things that I feel like you should hear from, you know. I mean, you're a junior, so I think that's a very mature thing for you to say as well. But going back to that major, what are you thinking?
Honestly, I want to be an engineer, so probably software engineering.
Okay,
or
nice.
If not, business.
Okay, cool. So all of these visits you've been on, what is it like once you actually get there and you're with the coaching staff?
You never know what to expect, honestly.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about one school, West Virginia. I didn't know what to expect. When you hear, you just think about mountaineers. You get on campus, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
It looks perfect. Coaching staffs, I look for like good coaching staffs. Receiver coach. I like to build bonds with whoever my position coach is. So, yeah.
I mean, you're working with them every day. That's who's in your receiver room every day. So I'm sure that's probably the number one coach who you're looking to connect with.
Another thing I ask when I go on these visits is like, I talk to freshmen from the past class that already came in, like what they think about the program, how they like it there, and things like that.
Because they were just, you know, I've definitely heard college athletes say that, you know, that jump from before you get to campus and then the jump to when you're actually a freshman, you know, things can change, because your freshman year, that's when you're with the coaches all the time, you're experiencing things, compared to when you're on a visit and they were kind of just telling you what you want to hear. So no, that's a very, very smart thing to do. So I'm glad you brought up West Virginia. So I know right after you received your offer, you received a call from former Mountaineer and NFL receiver Tavon Austin. So what's your relationship with Tavon like today?
Today, that's my dog.
Okay.
Like he molded me to be just a hardworking kid. Like Yeah, when it comes from our brother, it's great. I'm listening to him. But when you
But you're
hear,
like, you're not Tavon Austin.
yeah, when you hear it come from Tavon Austin, it's like,
yeah.
okay, I got a chance at doing something. So,
Mhm.
no, I love my brother though.
But Tavon's been there, like actually, like he's been a mountaineer. If you decide that's where you want to go,
Yeah.
he's been a mountaineer. He can tell you, you know, what it's like to be a college athlete, I'm sure. And I mean, he's also an NFL wide receiver,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that's
It's crazy.
a goal of yours.
When we talked, I actually like talked to him about recruiting and
Mm-hmm.
just helped me with the process. Like, how was the school? Like, how did you balance school and stuff like that? He gave great advice, honestly. And
Okay.
he wasn't only trying to talk to me to go to West Virginia. That's what a lot of people think.
Okay.
He was talking to me about just life in general. Life as
Okay.
a student athlete. He knows it's hard mentally. It takes a toll on you.
Mhm.
He's just giving great advice.
Okay, nice. And did he give you, you know, maybe any tips on not only making it to, well, you've already gotten those offers, so you're already in that process of, you know, just stepping onto campus, to a college campus and being a part of a college football program. But did he talk to you, you know, anything you should be doing from now and once you actually get to college to kind of make that next step of, you know, maybe making it to the NFL? Has he given you any advice about that?
Yeah, he told me.
Because I'm sure that's a goal of yours. I mean, at this point, what you know, almost college football athlete doesn't want to make it to NFL?
That's 100% my goal. He honestly told me, be college ready your senior year.
Mm.
Because I want to early enroll, so that means I'm going to college early January or in December. So be college ready by the start of your senior year.
Okay.
So when you get in, you're as strong as you want. You're ready for those college workouts. And you're just more prepared, because other senior athletes in college aren't really like, in high school, aren't really like preparing for college. They're just preparing for the next season, just taking it day by day. But he said to be ahead and to get on the field as quick as possible is be college ready your senior year.
And I mean, that's another goal of yours. I'm sure you don't want to just be a part of a program. You want to play and you want to be on the field.
100%.
So given that advice, what are you going to do? I know obviously you still have that big decision to make, but what are you going to do from starting now to kind of when you get onto a college campus to, you know, make sure you're ahead, like you said?
Just work out a lot, gain more weight, more muscle, just stay consistent. I feel like high schoolers, we're not really consistent, and the key to success is to be consistent. So just work hard and stay consistent, and everything will plan out.
Yeah, trust me. I mean, I didn't play college sport, but when you get to college, consistency is key. That is. I 100% believe that being consistent is what will make you successful. But I mean, it helps that you'll have, you know, coaching staff, supporting staff, strength conditioning, nutrition people, you know, kind of helping you with that. So as you're making this decision, as you're getting more offers that come through, what are you looking forward to the most once you know, finally make that decision?
It's just gonna be a relief, honestly. It's just gonna be a relief that I found the home. It just takes stress off my shoulders. I'm gonna be happy. My parents are gonna be proud of me. It's just it's just gonna be a lot, and I can't wait, honestly.
Yeah. So I guess, can you give us a little insight into anything?
Insight on what?
Insight on, okay, I won't put the pressure on you to make on any decision, but any insight maybe on, are you still open to, you know, more schools or more offers that come, or is it kind of these schools who you're like really considering?
I'm still open, because you just never know what opportunity could come to you, honestly.
You don't want to close that door yet?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. So like you said, you're still improving. You're still looking to be a step ahead of everybody else. So what is a college football program getting in a player like Teriq Mallory on and off the field?
Honestly, I feel like everybody could do the good things while people are watching, but what I do is I do the good things when nobody's watching. So like, let's say the coach isn't here or we're just walking to the diner hall, like I don't make dumb decisions. I do like what I'm supposed to do. My coach always says be above the line, so you have to be above the line.
Okay. All right, so now we're gonna transition into our rapid fire Q&A Q&A segment, make it snappy. I love all of my former guests, but they haven't been too snappy with it. So we're gonna try to be quick with this one, okay? All right. So whatever comes to your mind, first thing that comes to your mind once I read the question, just blurt it out, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
All right. Favorite NFL team?
Bengals.
Favorite movie?
Home Alone.
Biggest football pet peeve?
Honestly, when a player doesn't have any drip.
Okay. So when he's boring.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest of all time? Greatest football player of all time?
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. Okay. Go to pizza topping.
Pepperoni.
Favorite artist to listen to before a game?
Lil Baby or NBA Youngboy.
Okay. If you could play any other position other than wide receiver, what would it be?
Corner.
Okay. NFL wide receivers, start, bench, cut. Start, bench, cut. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel.
Starting Tyreek Hill, benching Justin Jefferson, and cutting Deebo.
Oof. Dang, he was just in a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, got to.
That's crazy. If you can only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
A seafood boil.
Seafood boil? Okay, that's a good one. Very unique. Last question. If you could spend the day with one current NFL player, who would it be?
Jamar Chase.
Okay. I had a feeling. As soon as you said Bengals, I had a feeling you were going to say that. And I was almost going to put Jamar Chase in the start bench cut.
Oh,
so
he was going to get started.
He was going to be started. We know that.
He was going to be started.
All right. So that was Make It Snappy. If you have any different answers for Teriq, let us know in the comments down below. All right. So I want to talk about the Bengals a little bit. So they had a little disappointing. They had a disappointing year, I would somewhat say. I don't know if you would say that, but obviously Joe Burrow was hurt. Jamar Chase. I mean, Jamar Chase is a superstar regardless, so I feel like no matter how his team is doing, he's still going to be, he's going to be a star. But that backup QB kind of tried to keep them in the season, but they didn't. They weren't too successful with that, but I'm sure you'll be happy with when Joe comes back.
Honestly, I don't have a favorite NFL team.
You already said the Bengals.
I like players though. So Jamar Chase is my favorite player. So
okay, so you gotta go.
I'm riding with the Bengals.
Okay. So I guess if you don't have a favorite team, what's the team that you kind of followed this year? Because this was a very interesting NFL season. Yeah. This past season.
My parents love the Giants, so I follow the Giants, of course.
This is very disappointing because I'm a Jets fan.
Oh Lord.
I mean, say what you want about the Jets. We're gonna have a bounce back year. Aaron Rodgers is coming back from that Achilles.
Right.
He's gonna be okay. Garrett Wilson gonna get his stuff together. We got Sauce, so I think we're okay. But the Giants really need to get their mess together.
They rebuilding. Take time.
Okay, so your parents are a Giants fan. So has that rubbed off on you at all?
No. They can't break me. They want me to be a Giants fan, but no.
How about a Jets fan?
No. I love players.
Okay.
That's just what I'm into.
So then other than Jamar, what's another player who you really follow, who you've been following kind of just throughout your entire football career, but also this past season, other than Jamar?
Amara St. Brown stood out to me this season.
Okay, yeah, no, he had one heck of a season.
He had a great year this year.
I mean, it's too bad the Lions didn't have a better year. I was really rooting for them. Like I really think Detroit deserved that, but no, St. Brown is definitely one hell of a player.
Yeah.
So the NFL Combine is happening right now. Have you been following that at all?
Not really.
You're just focused on this college decision right now?
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
Okay, but did you follow I know it's probably hard because you have your own season going on, but this past college season was also a very interesting season. Michigan took home.
Yeah, I love college football. I was in tune. I was in tune.
Yeah, so Michigan took home, the chip. But what are some players who really stood out to you this past college season? Whether that's a receiver, QB. Personally, my favorite's Michael Penix. But so who are you following this season?
Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
He's the best receiver in the draft.
Okay.
He's the best receiver in the draft.
Do you think he should be the number 1 overall pick?
No, because it's going to go to a quarterback, of course. But I think if anybody needs a receiver, they need to go get him. They need to go get him for sure.
Yeah, so the Jets, I know you hear that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I want to talk about something that just happened, a recent announcement. The NCAA banned schools from decorating recruits' hotel rooms. I know they said like food has to be like given to them in the lobby, but they've also, I believe they banned photo shoots as well. So
they did.
I think so. I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive that, or maybe not banned, or it's something that they're working towards, or it's only on unofficial visits. So I don't know. So I know you're official, right? You're taking the official visits. You're not taking unofficial right now, but so I know I saw you posted that on your Instagram when that was announced. So what went through your head with that? Obviously, being someone who's in that process right now.
I was kind of mad, honestly, because when I plan on taking my official visit in June, so why couldn't they just wait a couple more months? But honestly, it looked very cool. Honestly, just walking in, seeing everything decorated, it looked very.
It made you feel special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like I've seen on a bunch of these posts, like other, I've seen some current college players saying like that's crazy, like because that's something that just really stands out. I'm sure walking into your hotel room and just like feeling that love from a program, like wow, they took this time to to do this for me. I feel like that's something that makes a program stand out. So I'm sure
I feel like it kind of hurts recruiting because people are like, schools are trying to find different ways to stand out. Cause like imagine walking into a hotel room, everything's everywhere. You got gear, like it's just
you just feel special. Like I said, yeah. Okay, well, hopefully the NCAA will change things up in the future. I don't know.
I hope so.
But going off of that, what are some things? You don't have to say like any specific school, but what are some things? Obviously, besides like getting a call from Tavon Austin after the West Virginia offer, but what are some things? Like I said, you don't have to say the school's name, but what are some things from your visits that really just made you feel very special just walking on the campus?
First, I love feeling wanted. So like when a school makes me feel wanted, it makes me feel like
you mentioned that. Yeah,
I could fit there. It stands out the most. Like nothing could stand out most if like you just feel wanted. It just feels like home. If you step on the campus and it feels like home and you're wanted and you fit there perfectly, they got everything good academically, they have your major.
That's all you can ask for.
That's all you can ask for.
And I know, well, obviously most of your offers are not too close from home. What are your parents saying about that? I'm sure they're going to be at as many games as they can, and your brother's a grad student right now, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure he'll be at some games. I'm sure he's probably glad that he's gonna be almost done so he can come watch you. But I'm sure your parents are gonna be in those stands.
My mom is crazy. She's crazy. She never missed one of my games. Like she missed 0. Like she comes to every game.
Mom, you're the MVP.
So like she doesn't care where I go, honestly. So like she just says wherever you go, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna do something to make it. So
okay, yeah, no, I feel like I grew up in a sports family, so I know when you have that supportive village behind you, and parents who are very supportive, it makes things a whole lot easier. Did your parents play sports at all?
No, not really.
No.
Not really.
No, I just ask because sometimes like that rubs off on your kids sometimes, but that clearly rubbed off from your siblings.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that probably just went into that. But yeah, thank you so much. I've enjoyed talking to you so much. And,
Thank you.
I just, just from our conversation, I can see that you are very mature for your age. Because I feel like even just in this conversation, we're talking about a life-changing decision and you're only a junior in high school.
Yeah.
So it's just some of the things you said, I was very shocked, but in a good way. So
Yeah.
that is a note to all these coaches that Teriq is a very mature and has a good head on his shoulders. But yes, thank you so much. You know what? Actually, before you go, when can we expect to hear, any decisions or anything? Just for our audience to know when they should be, tuning in or when they should be on the lookout.
Sometime in June.
Okay.
A shocker is before June, but that's like if I really found Thorn.
Okay.
But sometime in June.
Okay, so we got some ways to go.
Yeah.
We got some ways to go. We got some visits to do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, alrighty. Well, thank you so much, Teriq, for joining us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of The Chat, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I see mine just be giving them facts. You are now just tuned into the chat.